This is the rule of law and principally our constitution and the direction which it is heading. I believe that our British constitution is under threat more than ever by ideological forces which wish to subvert our heritage and what has always been the case in our nation built up over centuries. And we'll start with just briefly discussing our history. So we have people like Locke, back sort of in the Enlightenment era, who saw the rule of law as sort of procedural. Then we have Dicey, a seminal text written on our constitution, who discussed more about the two main pillars of our British constitution, which are the rule of law and parliamentary sovereignty. Now, in the early 2000s, we've seen that shift. And I am going to talk about the ECHR because international organisations which have and take precedence and primacy over even the UK Parliament are a real threat. So what I argue essentially is that we need to have a real deep think about our constitution and our values, because if we're not careful, they will be subverted, and I think our Labour government aren't defending it enough. Parliamentary sovereignty is something that we deeply care about. The British people voted in Brexit to take back control, and that was precisely the main aim of Brexit. It was to ensure that we elect the people who are making our laws, and that they are being held accountable by us and not in some foreign court or some foreign jurisdiction. So ultimately, to protect our constitution, I believe that we should have a rethink about our membership of the European Court of Human Rights based in Strasbourg. This court has a doctrine which is called the living instrument, and essentially that means that it is subject to change whatever they feel as time progresses. That should not be the case, because this will result in injustices. And we've seen that now. There's been discussion about the issues surrounding our ability to police our own borders and further cases. Perhaps we need a UK Bill of Rights, which we can create here and not have to rely on a foreign court to interpret articles for us.